Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Achua. It's filming day today and I was doing other things, and as soon as this package arrived, I decided to pause, put everything on hold and bring this one to you first. This is going to be like a first impression because I haven't really tried this. I'm literally going to unbox these fragrances in front of you, test it with you, give you my raw and filtered first impression about these fragrances from Paris Corner that I've been super excited about because one has a note of mango and I really don't have a lot of, I think I have just one fragrance that from Sud Pacific, you know, Vanille Banane. That is the only fragrance I have the note of mango, the note of banana. Aside that, I don't have anything with the note of banana. So I'm super excited about this one and I hope it is something that I'm looking forward to, you know. And there's also one that has the tiramisu, the chocolate and coffee and cake goodness, and let's see all these two fragrances, how they all smell. But before then, I picked an additional fragrance from a house I'm not too conversant with. I saw this fragrance on TikTok, you know, and it's been likened to the Silk Santal from Hailey Cotton Abiad, and I decided to give it a try. My cotton has fallen off, you know. It has fallen off, so I need to get some glue and then stick it. But this is how Mamlakat Al Oud's Cotton Abiad looks like, and it's been likened to the Silk Santal, but we are not here for the Silk Santal today, although I'm super excited about this. And this is the only one I have tested out of the three fragrances that came in today. I really do like this one, and I'll give you all the deets about Cotton Abiad in like maybe the next two videos or so, you know, because I'm filming quite a lot today. So let's get to the cotton fell off, you know. I just have to get some glue and then yeah, I think that will be it. So let's get to the business of the day. I have with me here Tiramisu Speculoos. This is how it is, you know, a very steady card box, you know, like the brown to go with the whole, you know, coffee, cacao theme of tiramisu, I believe. And then we have here the mango blaze. I was expecting something very yellow, you know. I was expecting very yellow package, but it is not, you know. So let's hope that it is a true realistic mango banana scent. Why do I keep saying mango, you know, banana scent? So I think I'm going to start off with the tiramisu. I'm going to start it off first. Let's unbox it and see how it is. I normally don't like doing first impressions, you know, because it doesn't give you a true, realistic, you know, opinion as to how a fragrance really smells like. Okay, so this is how it is. You know, it opens from the top. It opens from the top like this. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So this is tiramisu. This is the package. Beautiful transparent bottle. What is that red thing there? You know, Arabian fragrances and their packaging, you know. But this is how it is. A very beautiful transparent gold, you know, and white, I would say. And okay, okay. I can smell it from here. It is mild. It is mild and not overwhelming. And it sort of reminds me of a snack, you know, a snack. It's a realistic gourmand, like it gives me gourmand. It's coffee, but very mild coffee, not the French coffee. And not the Camera Kawa coffee, that spicy coffee. No, it's not giving me spicy coffee. It's like in between a very realistic coffee and a, you know, like a gourmand sort of. This gives me a true realistic gourmand, something buttery. It feels like butter, you know. It feels like there's something like butter in this. Yeah, like butter. It feels like a bit fluffy. It is truly gourmand, you know. It's one of those very realistic, edible gourmand that a lot of people might not, you know, a lot of people say they do not like when it comes to fragrances, because it's going to give you gourmand, with that buttery, you know, like a butter sort of, you know, fluffy coffee, vanilla. I get vanilla, but it's not a realistic vanilla scent. It's more about, you know, the butter, like a very creamy, fluffy butter, and then the coffee and cacao, you know. And thank God this is not giving me cocoa powder. It's not giving me cocoa powder. It's giving me cacao. No, not cacao, like a bit of a chocolatey nuance, but not like a dense, intense chocolate. It's not giving me dense and intense. It smells quite familiar, but not like in a fragrance way that I know. It's not giving me a fragrance that I know of, you know, but it's a very sort of nostalgic, familiar scent. A dessert, you know, like a pastry shop. It smells like a pastry shop, but more like butter, cocoa, or, you know, yeah, cocoa, and then the coffee. But the coffee is not a realistic, straight up, you know, French coffee-esque type. This is beautiful, very beautiful. A very realistic gourmand. So let me give you the note structure for this. The notes for this one includes coffee and then cinnamon. Yes, I do get a spicy, slightly spicy cinnamon. It's not as, you know, Caramel Kawa, for example, has cinnamon and then the coffee, but it's more spicier than this, you know. Whereas this one is more of a more gourmand, you know, nuance than Caramel Kawa, for example. But I think they share the cinnamon and then coffee in common. And this is very light and airy and fluffy and not as spicy as Caramel Kawa, for example. They don't smell alike. I'm just giving you the reference because the notes of coffee and then cinnamon in this one. And it has a creamy, not creamy vanilla, but creamy vanilla, cocoa, and then musk. I don't get anything like a heavy musky scent. And even the first thing I smelled, there was nothing like a harsh alcohol opening. There was nothing like that at all. It is very beautiful. It's like a true gourmand, you know, gourmand, buttery, creamy, vanilla. But vanilla is not like the center stage. It is more about some sort of butter, you know, like a very fluffy butter that melts in your mouth, you know, like very soft butter, you know, that melts in your mouth sort of vibe. The coffee is well done. It is not overwhelming at all. The cinnamon is also not, you know, overwhelming and super spicy. No, not at all. I barely detect any musk. I barely detect any musk at all. This is beautiful and soft. You know, it's quite soft, you know. I'm not going to be able to talk about longevity and all those things until after, you know, I've worn this one. But first impressions, I really do like this. It's very beautiful, gentle, and a realistic, you know, coffee, cacao, but not like overwhelming. I do really like this one, you know. It's creamy and fluffy, and I get that, you know, butter, you know, that sort of butter feel, very light and airy, like a very, you know, realistic one. This is beautiful, you know. Yeah, I really do like this one. So yeah, tiramisu. Where is the lid? I don't know where I put a lid, you know, but this is very beautiful. And yeah, I think right now I'll rate this one a 9 out of 10. You know, given the fact that it's a first impression, I'll rate this one a 9 out of 10, coupled with the fact that it doesn't smell like anything that I have or have come across. I will not be able to speak to the fact whether it is an original creation or something that has been copied from another, you know, brand, you know, but this is beautiful. The dry down is gentle and soft and very realistic gourmand scent. It is a very realistic gourmand one, you know, and I do really like this one a lot. For a first impression, this is good. So let's get to Banana Bliss, you know, and yeah, I'll get to it. I'm quite impressed by the first one, so I have quite high hopes for this one as well. Okay, it opens up, you know, similarly from the top like this, you know. It has another opening. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have here Banana Bliss, same package. This thing doesn't open, you know, the red thing doesn't open, so I think it's like a cherry, you know, it's like cherry something on top of it, you know. Yeah, that's how it looks like. It's like cherry. Okay, so let's go with banana bliss. Let me do this one here. I first spray it out. Let everything out of the straw or whatever get out. Oh, I broke my bottle because it fell down, you know. I broke it, you know, the lid. I broke it, so it doesn't really spray that well. But let's see, banana bliss. Let's see how this one is. Okay, let me just put it on this one. Okay, spraying enough so that I can get like, okay, wow. The banana is intense. It is like a straight up banana scent, just like I was hoping for. Banana. I get banana. Thank God it's not like anything else but banana. I get a realistic banana. It doesn't really give me like a banana laffy taffy, you know, that kind of, you know, Sud Pacific one. It doesn't really give me necessarily that, but it sort of puts me in a very similar mind space as that one. That I'm comparing it to it because that is the only banana scent I own, you know. But this is a very realistic banana scent. Also quite mild and a bit fluffy. Let me give you the notes for this one as well. The banana bliss contains banana, coconut, and then cream in the middle, vanilla, sugar, and then tonka bean at the base. It's not as sugary sweet. It's not like sickeningly sweet, you know. It's sweet. It's very sweet, but not like sickeningly sweet, you know, with a note of sugar. I get the banana. I get a creamy coconut. It's beginning to give me something very quite similar to Sud Pacific, you know, but not as those, but not as that Laffy Taffy type, you know. This is beautiful. It's realistic. The coconut is not overpowering it, you know, and I like it. I like it. The coconut is not overwhelming, you know. The banana is the main star of the show. Vanilla is also there, you know, but it's still the banana at this point that I'm getting, you know, and it is done in a very realistic way, you know. This is good. It is realistic, it is sweet, it is creamy and a bit fluffy, you know, a bit fluffy. These two fragrances are good. Honestly, it puts me in a similar space as Vanille Banane, you know, but slightly different. That one is like more in your face, spicy when you spray it, you know, and it mellows down immediately. This one is not mellowing down. This one also gives me something like, you know, that sort of butter sort of feel that I get in the tiramisu. I'm getting something similar, you know. I'm getting something similar in the banana bliss as well. It is creamy. It is creamy, light, airy, fluffy, you know. Tonka bean, not so much. I don't get the tonka so much. I don't get the sugar, like the sickeningly sweet sugar nuance. It's more about the banana. It doesn't feel like baked goods, you know, like baked or cake, you know. The banana here doesn't feel baked. It feels, it also doesn't give me pudding per se, but it doesn't give me baked as well. It's like a realistic creamy, let's say a banana smoothie, you know, like a banana smoothie with a hint of vanilla and some very heavy, dense, meaty coconut milk, you know. Yeah, meaty coconut milk, like it's very creamy coconut, you know, with some cream on top, you know. It's giving me that gourmand. As it's drying down, it's deviating from the Sud Pacific Vanille Banane. It's deviating from that, you know. Yeah, it's not giving me that as much as it's drying down. It's very realistic. The banana is also sort of dying down a bit, but it's still very present, you know, but not as you know, meeting you like in how it met me when I initially sprayed it, but it's still there. It feels very warm, you know, very warm and comforting. It feels like comfort food, you know. It feels like comfort food for the most part, but it's not giving me pudding per se. It is not giving me cake vibes. It is not giving me cake vibes at all. Maybe more like pudding than cake, you know, more like pudding than cake. It's very beautiful. It's creamy. It is fluffy. It is light, and it's not light. It is dense but fluffy and airy, you know. Tiramisu, very beautiful. But you need to notice that these are both like giving you like those realistic gourmand, like edible gourmands that a lot of people might not really like, you know. It doesn't give you perfumey per se. It is giving you realistic gourmand. Both of these, you know, at least for my first impression, that is what they are giving me, like realistic edible gourmand. So if you don't want to smell like edible, this might not be for you, but these are true realistic gourmand scent. Let me revisit tiramisu. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful. There's something like a hint of spice, like a hint of spice. I think it's a cinnamon, you know, but it's not overwhelming at all. This is very beautiful and creamy and fluffy with that, you know, chocolate, cacao-ish vibe, not overwhelming, not cocoa powder cheapness. Nothing smells cheap about any of these. They both didn't have that, you know, synthetic artificial opening, and none of these smell synthetic. You know, the banana doesn't smell synthetic. It doesn't smell synthetic at all. The tiramisu doesn't smell synthetic at all. They are just realistic, edible, gourmand scents, you know. This is beautiful. It's going to perform so well in like a colder environment. I think it is going to shine more in a colder environment, you know. But it reminds me of something. The tiramisu reminds me of something very familiar, not a fragrance, but something very familiar. Banana Bliss, the banana is sort of, you know, drowning in the coconut and other things. It's sort of drowning in it. It's, you know, yeah. It's still there, but it's sort of drowning. And I'm getting like that sort of creaminess I get in the tiramisu in the Banana Bliss. I'm getting that sort of, you know, creaminess. It's beautiful. It's very beautiful, but creamy. They are both like creamy, light, airy, fluffy, as well as, you know, dense, like dense but fluffy, you know, and light as well, if it makes any sense. Very beautiful. Yeah. I'm so impressed. I'm super impressed by this. I don't have any issue per se with these two for now. I don't think I have any issues with them right now, although like their first impression, they don't smell synthetic. None of them comes across as synthetic. None of them comes across as cheap smelling. They feel like well blended, you know. I think my only issue I'm having right now is the fact that the banana is sort of, you know, drowning in the other notes. The vanilla and then the coconut and the cream. The vanilla is sort of drowning in it. I don't get it as much, you know. I don't get it as much as the initial spray, but it is still a banana scent, you know. Yeah. Tiramisu is still holding up like very much as like when I initially sprayed, you know. I get that creaminess of the cream, vanilla, the cacao, the butter, you know, that sort of butter sort of feel. I get something like quite buttery in the Banana Bliss, you know, very beautiful as well. But the banana is sort of drowning as it begins to dry down. Okay, so I think I need to stop here since this is the first impression, you know, and I'm going to bring you the details, like more details as I get myself acquainted with these two beautiful fragrances. And I think that this is going to be it for today. Banana Bliss, you know, yeah, and then Tiramisu Speculoos by Paris Corner and These, I would say I highly recommend. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10, and I'll give this one an 8.5 out of 10 now, because the banana is not holding up as much as I thought it will during the dry down period, you know, but hopefully it improves. I know it is going to improve. So for now, this is an 8.5 and this is a 9, just because this one holds up, you know, and this one, the banana is sort of drowning, but it's still there, you know. Don't get me wrong, don't misquote me anyway. The banana is still there. It's beautiful, you know, and that is going to be it for today. And I hope this video found you well. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I hope to see you in my next one. Take care. Bye bye.